Hello everyone, I Piyush Saxena of Jagran Public School Lucknow welcome you to SST class. Today I will teach you a very interesting topic, how we govern our communities. In this topic I will teach you about rural and urban local self-government. So let us start about its introduction. Communities, both urban and rural, require public utilities such as water supply, electricity, roads, educational institutions, and healthcare facilities. These are also called civic amenities. The responsibility of managing and controlling these amenities lies with the government. The people of every village, town, and city elect representatives to govern their community through their representatives. This system is called local self government. In India, the local self government body for a rural area is called a panchayat, and for an urban area is called a municipality. Three-tier system of local self-government. The Panchayati Raj system has three bodies of local self-government to deal with problems and issues of rural India. They are as follows: Gram Panchayat, Block or Panchayat Samiti, Zila Parishad. Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat is a functional unit of rural local self-government which involves participation of the local people. The chief aim of the Gram Panchayat is the development and welfare of the village by solving the problems of the local people. There are various committees in a Gram Panchayat. Decisions regarding different issues are taken by different committees formed by the members of the Gram Panchayat. Election. The Panchayat members are elected by the members of the Gram Sabha once in every 5 years. The Gram Sabha is made up of all the adults who live in that Panchayat. Some seats are reserved for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and women candidates in the Gram Panchayat. Composition. The Gram Panchayat is led by a Sarpanch. There is also a Deputy Sarpanch and a Secretary to assist the Sarpanch. The Secretary of the Gram Panchayat is a government official. His or her duty is to plan the budget and maintain records of the work done by the Gram Panchayat. The number of members in a Gram Panchayat depends upon the population of the village. It may vary from 7 to 25. Functions. The functions of Gram Panchayat are as follows: to keep the village clean and maintain a proper drainage system, to develop communication systems, means of cultivation, irrigation, and transportation, to construct and repair roads, bridges, schools, hospitals, wells, street lights, hand pumps, etc., to prevent diseases by spreading awareness, maintaining hygiene, and arranging medical camps, to take necessary measures to supply fresh drinking water, to organize village markets and fairs, to solve local issues, eradicate poverty, discourage gender discrimination, encourage equality and harmony, and encourage welfare of women and children. Sources of income. To do their work, the panchayats need money. They get some from the state government. They also raise money from the taxes on property, fares, etc., and from registration fees for the sale of property and cattle. Block Samiti. States with a population of more than 20 lakh have block samitis. A block is generally composed of about 100 villages. The block samiti is in charge of these villages. It is also known as the Panchayat Samiti. Composition. The block samiti consists of members elected by the members of the Gram Panchayat. Apart from elected members, local MLAs and MPs become members of the block samitis. The members of the block samiti elect a chairperson called Pramukh and a vice chairperson called Up-Pramukh from among themselves. The block development officer BDO is a government representative in the block samiti. Functions. The functions of the block samiti are as follows: it supervises the work of the Gram Panchayats within the block. It also looks after development work in the block. It arranges primary and adult education, healthcare, vaccination, safe drinking water, and sewerage. It provides seeds and fertilizers among the poor farmers. It promotes cottage industries and arranges training for self-employment. Zilla Parishad. It is the uppermost part of the rural local system of self-government. Zilla Parishad is looked by an officer known as district magistrate. Election of members of the Zilla Parishad takes place once in every 5 years. Composition. It consists of the chairpersons of the block samitis, MLAs and MPs from that area. There are a number of permanent committees in a Zilla Parishad. Meetings are held in presence of the elected members and the BDO and decisions are taken. Functions. The functions of the Zilla Parishad are as follows. It supervises the work of the block samitis and gram panchayats under it. It examines the budgets of the block samitis and distributes government funds among them. It advises the government on the development of the district and prepares plans for it. Sources of income. Taxes and government grants are the main sources of income of a Zilla Parishad. It also collects money from the Gram Panchayat and the Block Samiti. Urban local self-government. India is a vast country with a large number of cities and towns. In order to identify local problems and to solve them, a local self-government is needed. There are local self-government bodies in cities and towns which are collectively known as urban local self-government bodies. Based on the size of the population, they can be either municipal corporation for big cities, municipalities for smaller towns. First of all, I would like to tell you about municipal corporation. What is municipal corporation? The answer is the urban local government which is set up in cities with a population exceeding 10 lakhs is called a municipal corporation. Big metropolitan cities like New Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, etc. all have municipal corporations. Composition. The city is divided into different wards and each ward elects its own councillor who takes care of the administration of that ward. At the head is the mayor who is elected by the councillors. The chief executive officer of a municipal corporation is the municipal commissioner who is appointed by the government. Functions. The functions of the municipal corporation are as follows. Construction and maintenance of roads and bridges, improvement and maintenance of drainage system for the prevention of water logging problems, management of supply of electricity, providing safe drinking water and firefighting services, prevention of spread of diseases like malaria, dengue, polio, etc., construction and management of school buildings, cremation and burial grounds, parks, markets, etc., maintenance of a birth and a death register. Sources of income. The municipal corporation gets money from taxes, fees and government grants. It collects property tax from house owners, municipal tax from business establishments like shops and markets, and water tax from users of municipal water supply. It also collects tax on non-motorized vehicles like cycles and rickshaws. In some cities, it collects toll on certain roads and bridges. It also charges fees for issuing birth and death certificates. Thank you. The rest of the things in the next video.